Former Cy Young Award winner Steve Stone. I'm Ken Harrelson's. We get set to bring you the finale of this three-game set, and it will be the rubber match. Orioles took the opener 5-1. Not a good game for us. And last night, Johnny Nanks really showed some extraordinary fortitude. Pitching basically with four fingers. He goes out there, and we win it 4-1. So the Sox come in now because Detroit was defeated by Oakland last night. We're just 2.5 games back, and Mark Burley on the bump today.
Couldn't have a better man going for you because Mark opened his homestand. He's going to close it down today, and he's looking for win number 12. He's 11-6 overall, the ERA in the 3.7s, and he's thrown the ball very well against these Orioles. So Mark Burley will have a young opponent, Jason Birkin, going to the mound for Baltimore. He's 2-11. His ERA is a touch under 7. This is a guy that has problems keeping the ball down. He throws a lot of high fastballs, and during the daytime in this ballpark, that's an equation for giving up a lot of runs. So hopefully today, Hawk, 2 out of 3 is a distinct possibility.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Midas. We're on this road together. Go to MidasChicago.com for valuable savings. Honda. Test drive a 2009 Honda today at your Honda dealer. McDonald's of Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana.
The wind very much a factor today as it swirls out around the ballpark. A nice crowd on hand as the Sox take the field. And the Southwest starting lineup for the Orioles. It's Robert and Pino, Jones and Markakis. And Reimold in left field hitting fifth. Mora, Weeder, Wigginton, and Chad Moeller behind the plate and catching. Close defensive setup, and how they'll line up behind Mark Burley, left to right, Quinton Pasednik and Rios. In the infield, Beckham, Ramirez, Lillibridge, and Konerko. Ramon Castro gets a nod behind the plate. And the U.S. Cellular starting pitcher, Mark Burley, looking for win number 12. His ERA, very respectable, 3.78. And as you can see, 2.5 strikeouts to every walk. The game conditions today, 69 beautiful degrees, 64% humidity, winds out of the north-northeast at 12 miles an hour. And mostly sunny, I believe it should be. The umpires behind the plate, Ron Culpet, first base Jerry Meals, Mike DeMuro is at second base, and Dale Scott handles the duties at third. So they throw the ball around the infield. Mark Burley is ready to go, and so are we. So I turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Finale of this 3-game set and finale of the 7-day, 6-game homestand. Sox 2 out of 3 from Kansas City, now trying to do the same to the Orioles. Ryan Roberts will lead it off. Orioles come in at 50 and 73. They're hitting .270 as a ball club in the first pitch of the ball game. There's a strike. Ryan at 291, 14 homers, 59 knocked in. Back at the cut of the grass at third. Yap out there in left center.
Roberts is two different types of hitters. Left-handed, he has a whole lot of power. Right-handed, he's a line drive hitter, but he's dangerous.
Did not go. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. And there's the gap. Get it back in. The leadoff double for Roberts.
Mark fell behind and then had to use a little too much of the plate. And Brian Roberts, who's a good solid hitter, takes a changeup and actually goes down and gets it. This isn't a bad pitch. It's just that Roberts has been swinging the bat real well. No chance for Carlos to do anything but get it back in and hold it second.
Well, he's used to doing that. That's his 47th double. Pace for 61 on the season. And Dino fires that one foul, and the count 0-1. Robert hitting it 228, a homer. He's driven in 8.
Played 31 games. This first one out of the St. Louis, 31 straight, and he can really pick it.
Trying to do the right thing. And got 0-2.
You know, hitting has been a big problem, but he's young enough where they feel that he's got a chance to be a pretty good player. Now the question is, can a guy who's used to playing every day fill a role off the bench playing a couple times a week? And that's difficult to do.
He gone. 1 out.
There's a little piece of offensive execution that doesn't happen. Turns out to be a big pitch because Dino went up there with one thought, that was get Roberts to third. Couldn't get it done. You have to keep a close eye on Roberts in second because he will take off.
He is 26 for 32 in stolen bases. So here's a ton of talent right here. Adam Jones hitting at 281, 19 homers. He's driven in 69. But should Roberts reach 50 stolen bases this year, he will become only the 4th player in Major League history with 3 or more 50 double seasons. First 3. Chris Speaker did it 5 times. Paul Weiner and Stan Musial did it 3 times each.
It's a pretty select club.
They're all in Cooperstown.
It's pretty select. Chris Speaker also did something else I just found out about. RBI in 15 straight games. That's pretty tough to do. Did that back in the 30s. Apparently hasn't been done since.
That was a good decade.
I guess.
Two and 2 the count.
One of the problems that Jones has had, and young hitters will have that problem more than veteran hitters, although everybody goes up and out of the strike zone on occasion. Jones does it a lot.
And that's trouble. Carlos can't get there, so Roberts is going to score. Reached out and hooked that changeup. It is 1-0 Baltimore.
And although hitters will tell you they don't go up looking for changeups, it appears that the Baltimore hitters are sitting back and waiting for that changeup, because these are two good pitches. The one to Roberts and the one to Jones were two good changeups. They were away. This one wasn't quite as low as the one to Roberts, but he turned into a run.
And here's Markakis hitting at 307, 15 homers. He leads this club with 85 knocked in. Just a good. That's chop foul. And a young guy at just 25.
He's one of those guys that is a 5-tool player, but he's been largely below the radar. He's going to get better than he is now, and he's very good now.
There have been a lot of Baltimore players underneath the radar.
Especially in that division, when you hear so much about Boston and the Yankees, you're hearing a lot more about the Tampa Bay players after last year. Baltimore's still in a rebuilding process, but this is one of the building blocks.
And that's chop foul for the count. 0-2. There are a lot of people around the country still don't quite understand what a great baseball town Baltimore is.
Been a good one for a long time.
Yes. And that's a base hit in the hole. Jones will pull up at second.
That gives you an idea why Markakis is hitting over 300. Because after trying to pull a couple of breaking balls, he realized Mark Burley was going to stay away. They were playing him up the middle, and he just reached out and wrapped it through the left side.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Nolan Reimold, who's also 25, hitting at 273, 11 homers, 36 knocked in. Outfield about equidistant, slightly to the left. And the count 2-0.
Reimold, for a big man, has pretty good speed. You'd love to see the hard ground ball.
And a 3-0 count. So big trouble brewing right here for Mark. Very first inning. There's the strike. And a full count. Other action around the American League today will show Seattle at Cleveland, Toronto hosting the Angels, Texas taking on the Rays in St. Pete, Minnesota at Kansas City, Detroit out at the Coliseum in Oakland, and of course Yankees at Fenway. And that pitch fouled away. Over the National League, Cubs taking on the Dodgers in LA. Mets at home against the Phillies. Florida at Atlanta. Cincinnati taking on the Pirates in Pittsburgh. Washington hosting Milwaukee. Arizona at Houston. And another foul ball. Final two games. Out in Denver, Rockies hosting the Giants, and the Cardinals taking on the Padres at Petco. And that's it, hard but foul. The Phillies jumping all over the Mets. Top of the third, 8-2. Philadelphia.
Philadelphia team is a good, solid baseball team. Surprises that they're better on the road than at home.
So they get Reimold in first. 2 down. Well, they're the defending world champions, and they're even better now because with Lee.
Cliff Lee's been outstanding. 4 starts, he's 4-0. Giving up few, if any, runs. That gave him a guy to put in back of Cole Hamels or in front of him, depending on how the rotation works out. Cliff Lee is just an outstanding pitcher.
So here is a tough cookie. Mora got a piece of Castro. Mora not having the kind of offensive season that he normally does. He is still dangerous. Talking to a scout the other day, he said Cole Hamels is not throwing the ball anywhere near like you would expect it to.
No, he's not had a particularly good year at this point. That's the only area of vulnerability for Philadelphia, is that starting rotation. And of course, Lidge, who was perfect last year, has had a tough time. So although the offense is certainly devastating top to bottom, they are not without their pitching challenge.
Two out. Ducks on the pond and the 1-2 pitch.
A lot of pitches for Mark Burley. He'll deliver his 30th here in the first inning. And if he can get out of here just giving up the 1 run, it will be a successful inning.
Atabatacola.
It's a cutter that gets inside on Mora. Get an idea of his bat speed. The head of the bat goes flying past Alexi at shortstop.
So the 37-year-old veteran steps back in that box. And that's popped up right field. Alex, he's there, makes the catch, and Mark pitches out of it without further damage. But we'll go to the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 Baltimore.
Today is Bosednik, Beckham, and Rios in the 3 spot. Then Tomey, Ganerco, Carlos Quentin, Ramirez, Castro, and Lillibridge playing second and hitting 9th. Lowe's defensive setup. Now they'll line up for the Orioles left to right. Primal, Jones, and Markakis in the infield. Mora and Dino, Robertson, Wigginton. Jed Moeller behind the plate. And Jason Perkin on the hill. He's the U.S. starting pitcher. On for the 17th start. 2-11 with a high ERA. He's been what's called wild in the strike zone, meaning he doesn't walk many people, but he's very hittable. Now PA has taken over for Jones in center field, and we will get some sort of an update when we find out what happened with Jones.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as first pitch strike to Scotty Pods. Sox come in at 63 and 60, 2.5 games back of the Tigers. Sox hitting .261 as a club with a 4.10 ERA. Free hopper booted by Andino.
It's the 7th error this year by Andino, and this is 61st game. Ball just came up, hit off the heel of the glove. It's a nice way to start the first inning. But if you're on that hill and you have to go into the stretch, it could prove to be a difficult first inning.
So Birkin working from that extreme first base side of the rubber. Now facing Beckham. Gordon 0 for 8 in the series. Outfield, for the most part, straight up about equidistant. As he calls it, Bacon takes down low. He had his Bacon t-shirt on.
I think that's pretty funny.
Checks it up, fouls it off, and the count evens at 1.
Greg Walker was talking before the game, and I asked him about the American League trying to really, when they get ahead, of Beckham, throw high fastballs out of the zone. He said, well, that's something that every hitter battles, but certainly young hitters battle it a little more. And he's talked to him about that.
Two and one to count. I'd rather have a guy chasing high fastballs at a young age than chasing curveballs low in the dirt.
When Gordon is hitting well, if he just looks at the curveball and doesn't really go out after it. When he's concerned about getting jammed is when he does it.
95 picks up steal number 20.
Wieters has a long, slow delivery to second base. It's a tough ball to handle, but he comes up. The throw is right into the sliding Vicente. And this is a very difficult play for the shortstop coming across.
Out and around it, hooks it, Mora on the move, and the throw is wild. Well, now Scotty Potts comes around. He will score on that throwing error. And this game is tied at 1. Wow. Take it.
You very rarely will see Melvin Mora make a throw like that. But make it he did. That's just his 9th error of the year in 94 games. Relatively easy play, would have kept Posednik at second base. But apparently, Beckham, the baseball, and Wigginton were in the same spot at the same time.
So, 2 big errors on the first 2 hitters, and here's Alex. Rios hitting at .262, 15 homers, 64 driven in. had no cattle.
Burton does have a pretty decent curveball. Out of Clemson University, 6th round pick back in 2006. I like the big hats, but you occasionally have to have some cattle.
It helps. That's fouled away, and the count 1-2. Nobody hanging out around second. Roberts back on the grass, as a matter of fact. Dino's got to hold his ground with Rios, the hitter.
Boy, Wieters is really setting up early. Moeller is setting up early, and that's a good time for the guy at second base to give location. That time he didn't do it. Birkin misses in the dirt with a breaking ball. When they traded Zahn, they brought Moeller back up from their minor league.
So the 2-2 pitch. And with one out, let's check out our Heineken picks to click. Mangio, our director and crew, well, they went with Tommy. Lisa, Fetch, and Steve, they're going to go with Gordon Beckham. And Elizabeth and Judy Gorman. Gary and all the boys and I, we're going to go with Alex Rios. Big Jim 4 for 6 with a homer in this series.
Jimmy did last night was use the shift against the Orioles because they kept on staying away, and he just kept on hitting the ball through the left side.
Yeah, very deep in center. And that's low.
I believe that Adam Jones left the lineup due to some back problems. It was after the base hit and run batted in the first.
Two balls in the strike with Konerko, the on-deck hitter.
All of these pitches that are coming up, starting with Jim Thome, that wouldn't have been made but for 2 errors. This inning should be over.
That's into center field. Yay. Two down.
PA got fooled on that swing. I think he thought it was
Little
going
Dijon right there.
going further than it was. Comes out at the end. This is really not that difficult to play, but eventually runs it down.
Yeah. So here's Paulie. Paulie hitting at 273, 22 homers, 72 driven in. Paulie 1 for 2. Lifetime off Birkin, and that one hit left the premises.
Birkin's trying to throw some pretty good curveballs. 6 feet tall, 210 pounds.
shift and the count 1-1. Sox will conclude this game. Head on over to Boston. First of a 4-game set there. Then go to New York for 3, Minnesota for 3. Come back here on September 3rd with the makeup game against the Cubs at Wrigley. Two and one.
Burkett has been very deliberate on the mound. The complete opposite of Mark Burley, who gets it and throws it. Burkett gets it and thinks about it a long time.
Ball hammered. Mora looks at this play. Takes the tough one. Blew the easy one, thank goodness. But we'll go to the second, tied at 1. Second inning, it'll be the lower third of the Oriole order. Wieters, Wigington, and Mulder.
Wieters, a switch hitter who's had more luck from the left side this year. 291 left-handed, 212 right-handed.
Takes first pitch strike from Mark Burley. And that makeup game on September 3rd at Wrigley, if you can get tickets, that's a 1:20 start. If you can't get tickets, it'll be right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Two and one the count.
Outfield and infield dead straight away from Matt Wieters.
Count evens at 2. And that's chop foul.
Samuel tosses the ball into the seats and makes some grab.
He gone.
And a good cutter on the inside fastball. Good movement, good location. So much for the at-bat of Wieters. Second strikeout for Mark.
And here's Wigington. Guy hitting at 264, 8 homers. He's driven in 33. Nice little comebacker, 2 down.
found out that it was a mid-back strain that took Adam Jones from the game. He comes back. John Shelby hats him on the back after the base hit. That's him on the lower back, and it's the mid-back. Eventually gave him some problems. Put PA in the game.
So here's Moeller. 0 for 5 lifetime off Burley. Count 2-1. Boy, what a beautiful day.
This is terrific. 69 degrees at game time. It's much warmer in the sun.
Scoreboard, 65 as we speak.
Hard to believe it's August. Like this, it's most unusual summer.
Well, we hadn't had really this summer.
We had it for 2 days on the tail end of the last homestand.
Yeah.
2 days summer. 92 and 94, I think. That was about it.
That's a Doc Edwards pop up. Caught by Castro in a nice 1-2-3 inning for Mark. Well, at the bottom of the second, it is 1-1.
More fans, whether it's the warning track, fan deck, or individual game diamond suites, they're all available. Book a group outing or party area today by calling 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
1-1 tie here in the second inning. It'll be Quinton, Alexei, and Castro. The Stone Pony. Big trip coming up.
It's a huge trip, and this is a big game. And Baltimore's defense doesn't look equal to the task in the early going.
Carlos hitting at .233, 14 homers, 33 driven in.
The biggest breaks we might have caught already is that our friend Hurricane Bill apparently is going to miss the Boston area before any of those rained out.
That's into center field. The 8 coming on, can't make it.
ball hit off the end of the bat, and PA didn't get the best jump. But he did come on and managed to keep that ball in front of him and keep Carlos at first base. But takes this ball off the ground, loves the ball down. PA just probably missed a step on the start, and it cost him a base hit.
Well, here's Alexei, 2 for 6 in the series. Should be tailor-made. Quickly 2 out.
Perkin, who usually has trouble keeping the ball down, is keeping it down in the early going today. Mackey already has thrown 4 ground balls.
First pitch strike to Ramon Castro. And the count 0-2.
Karam's almost in the stands. Fuller looking for that ball down, gets it down, but has some reverse spin on it. Not really accelerating.
And that's foul back to our right.
I think it took a hop below one of the suites, and the fan was able to just snag it after the hop. Nice play.
Just off the corner while we have a moment. Hey, White Sox, happy birthday, and with love to Irene Mazza. Mother of Mike Mazza, our director of ticket operations. Happy birthday, Irene. That ball hit in right center field. That's a can of corn for Nick Markakis.
Performance against Seattle. Mark Burley hasn't had much luck since the perfect game. Looking for his first win in about a month.
And there's first pitch strike to Brian Roberts. Roberts doubled and scored, leading off the ball game. And there is the base hit. Good speed aboard. But Mark with a good move to first.
Make every home game a double play at U.S. Cellular Field this season with 2 ballpark hot dogs for the price of 1. Visit an all-star concession stand during the first half hour after gates open. For White Sox individual game tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
Robert Andino struck out his first at bat. His only at bat.
You have a chance to pick Roberts off in this situation if they're going to use a hit and run with Andino.
Never get picked off on a hit and run.
Shouldn't.
Never.
In fact, we saw a hit and run last night with Ty Wigginton running.
He of the, if you get thrown out of second base, get back in the dugout, hurry, Wigginton's.
Britt Wickley. Yes.
That was funny.
I think Ryan Roberts might have missed that one because the fastball down the middle.
That was funny.
It became apparent about halfway to Ty that he probably wasn't going to beat that throw.
There he goes. No chance. That's the kind of jump I was talking about yesterday that he used to get. That walking jump, and I'll tell you what, that's a feel, that's a timing and a feel jump right there.
Well, you have to make a base runner stop. And you see he's not stopped at all, and Mark Burley just didn't look at him. To make a base runner stop is almost impossible for anybody to throw him out.
So he's going to get to third. And it's out number 1. That'll bring up PA.
What Andino failed to do in the first inning after Roberts doubled, he was able to do this time. A little ground ball to the right side.
So we'll see what Dave Twombly wants to do right here as the Sox bring the infield in.
He normally doesn't play against left-handers, so this should be an interesting at-bat.
That's thrown away. And the count 2-0. That'll get the job done. And it's 2-1. Ryan Roberts scored both runs.
PA comes in. Runs batted in out of the free spot in the batting order. Drives in his 16th run. That's the first sacrifice fly of the year for him.
So here's Markakis. He singled his first trip. A hole between third and short. Count evens at 1 to the 25-year-old. Curveball. And souvenir left side. And he's going to have another base hit.
Well, they've shifted on him twice to playing up the middle, and Mark has stayed away twice, and Markakis has hit the ball in the same spot twice. This time Ramirez able to get to it, but with the speed of Markakis, no real reason to make that throw.
None.
What do you do is get yourself in more trouble.
Maybe pull an oblique.
Not sure if Alexi has that. He's a very thin man.
Always in there something. Uh-oh. Way back, and it is 4-1 on a long homer by Nolan Reimold.
Reimold's 12th. He's driven in 38. This is another of the young Orioles that they're going to build around. This guy's got big power. Ward home run replay. That looked like some sort of off-speed cutter. Got it out over the plate, and he took it way back.
Strike one to Melvin Mora. Let's see. 22nd home run that Marcus thrown. But we got plenty of time. Unfortunately, we've been saying that a lot lately.
Plenty of time in a pitcher that's averaged less than 5 innings per start.
He gone. But a 3 spot goes up on the board, and we trail it 4-1. We got some work to do, but we got a lot of time to do it in. 21 outs. Trail it 4-1. It'll be Lillibridge and back to the top of the order with Posednik and Beckham.
Lillibridge getting a chance to start today, and really hoping to make the most of it, because when you get infrequent starts, you have to take advantage of it.
Saying the ball got him.
And Ron Culpa said it didn't, and Ozzy's going to come out and maybe ask Ron Culpa if he'd get a little help, perhaps from Terry Meals at first. Taking another look at it. Squares to bunt. Was a bad back, didn't look like much of any contact. Either way.
Nope. The 0-1 pitch. When Aaron was with us, Rowan, spring training, he's turned around the blind, had his finger pointing on the bat.
Well, this isn't going to end well, I have a
No.
feeling.
Hit him right on the digit of his index finger. Pop. Mora will throw him out. 1 gone.
Well, that usually doesn't end well when you wrap your hand close enough. Oh. I've also seen guys want to make the extreme drag bunt, and the ball hits the bat and hits him right in the head.
I've only seen that once.
I've seen it a couple times. It's not good. That's usually when the bat is behind a guy. He tries to drag it to third base.
David Eckstein. I mean, the ball came up here right in the eye. Blood was coming down. He never made a gesture that he was hurt or anything else. Finally, Socia had to come out. They wiped him off. Got back in the box.
He's got 2 World Series rings to show he's a pretty good player. You know what I love about that type of player, Hawk, and David kind of exemplifies it, but a guy that will have in his arsenal whatever you need at any given time. You need him to hit behind the runner, he does it. Suicide squeeze, he does it. Regular bunt, push bunt, he does it. He does it real well.
Well, he's an overachiever. I love overachievers. Roberts. Nice play. 2 down.
Terrific play by Brian Roberts. I think Scott thought that was going to be a base hit. And if not for a real quick play and a very aggressive play on the part of Roberts, it would have been a base hit. Gets it there a half step. And Scott.
So here's Beckham. I love overachievers. Stomach
I've always felt, Hawk, and you know, in the years you've played in the game and seen the game played, worst thing you could say about a player is he could have been a lot better if he had just, and then you can fill in the blank after that, because there's 50 different things that guys don't get out of their talent. They might play to 60 or 70% of their talent where they left a lot on the table.
Yeah, I played against and seen a lot of guys who had tons and tons of talent. Never even came close to getting to the big league. Two-one. There's a shot base hit. That a boy, Gordon. Well, the 2-out single, and that'll bring up Rios.
Greg Walker told Gordon to try to disregard anything from middle of your stomach past the letter. Just take that out of the equation and look for something down where you can handle it. And that pitch was down where he could handle it, and he hit it hard. This guy's not going to stay in too many slumps too long.
He should. He should. He is very talented. Terrific pair of hands. First pitch strike.
Greg said was the magic words. He said he's very coachable. He will listen to you and he will try to adapt what it is you're trying to tell him.
One thing about it is later on, maybe not next year, but in 2, 3, 4 years, he's going to be able to take that same high fastball and kill it. He's got great top hand. The only guys can be on top of a high fastball are guys with good top hands. Off the end of the bat, big swing by Alex. They force back in the second, and that'll do it. They'll go to the fourth, trailing by 3.
And it is. Named the only player with double figures in doubles, triples, home runs, and stolen bases in each of his first 4 seasons.
That's pretty good.
That's very good.
0-1 to count to Matt Wieters. Lower third of the order for the Orioles here at the top of the 4th. They lead it 4-1.
Most of the time when you say the only player who did whatever it was, it's usually pretty good, especially those offensive categories.
And count 3 balls in the strike. Wow.
That one almost took Lillibridge's face off.
Meanwhile, get off man aboard. 3rd time in 4 innings.
Fall behind even young hitters, and they're dangerous. That was a 3-1 fastball with Wieters looking for it all the way. And he hit a 1-hop rocket by Lillibridge at second.
Here's Wigington, a little soft comebacker to Burley. As we were talking in the break, Mark today is working in and out, in and out, in and out. Mark has got to work up and down as well as in and out, because when he's just in and out, he's much easier to cover.
When he's at the top of his game, he gets ahead and then throws face-high fastball. That really sets up that good straight change. But he's been behind a bit today.
Well, to me, he's almost like 50% easier to cover. His best pitch is the changeup. Now, if you can beat him on that changeup, which they've hit a couple of them that's hit very hard. But as you mentioned, the only way you can protect that, or Mark can protect that changeup, is by throwing high fastball.
Normally
he's not going to protect it by working just in and out.
No. And normally his cutter is good, and he throws that in on the hands a lot. But everything's predicated on staying ahead of the hitters.
He gone.
Was a little surprised at this call, but Castro sets up in there, does a nice job of framing it for Ron Culpa, and he gets the benefit of the call. It's a pretty good pitch.
Chad Moeller fouled out to his counterpart on Castro.
The catcher can catch a low pitch without having his glove go down. That's really an art. That will get you a lot of low strikes. Pitch is starting to pile up on Mark Burley.
And that's foul back. Softly hit. And they turn it. So that'll retire the side. 125th double play turn by the Sox this year. But we still trail by 3.
the eventual answer. And the only player with double figures in doubles, triples, home runs, and stolen bases in each of his first 4 seasons. And the answer is Juan Samuel. He's a third base coach. Did it 84 through 87.
Well, we've got to do a little bit of that here. We trail it 4-1. It'll be Tommy, Canerico, and Quentin. Face Jason Birkin, 25-year-old right-hander out of Elliott City, Maryland.
He's going to be around the plate, and eventually he's going to start to get that ball up and hittable, because that's been his pattern this year.
Ball right to Brian Roberts.
He could hardly hit it any harder than that.
Almost handcuffed him out there in short right field.
This time the shift paid off. That fastball right down the middle, belt high. See where Roberts is. I think he was surprised at how hard that ball was hit.
So here's Paulie. Paulie hit a bullet down to Morrow. Sucked it up, threw him out. Breaking ball strike. Spinner, slider. Won the count. One and two.
Paul's home run against Birkin came in this ballpark.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Paulie. It's full. Both teams with a run in the first, then in the third. Orioles put a 3 spot up there. Get him right here, Paulie. Chops that one foul. Bottom of the 5th in Atlanta, 5-4 Marlins. Nasty Nats leading Milwaukee 8-2, bottom of the 5th in Washington. And the payoff. And there's ball 4. So we went out walk.
If you can't watch your White Sox on Comcast Sportsnet, you can always catch the game on your computer with MLB.tv. It's the ultimate baseball experience, featuring 100 out-of-market games a week live on your computer. For more details, visit WhiteSox.com, where baseball is always on.
Here's Carlos, has one of our 2 base hits. Oh, Person got a cookie and just underneath it.
That was a soft rolling breaking ball. Run right in the middle of the plate.
Wow.
Carlos realizes that you don't get those all that often, and when you do, you got to take advantage.
Ball a strike to Quinn. Flips that one into short right field, but is curving foul.
Carlos is on a streak where he's homered in 3 games in a row. He did it early in the season against the Tampa Bay Rays. That was back in the 3rd week of April. Now they have a meeting at the mound to find out how they're going to work him, because Morrow wants to know if he's going to throw him a breaking ball. He might cheat to the line a little bit.
Working ahead in the count, 1-2. Final meeting of the year between these two ball clubs.
They haven't been very easy. They've been a hustling crew.
Well, we talked about it last night, Tesla. That advanced scouting really means a lot when you've got a good advanced scout. Dave Engel, former Minnesota catcher, has done the scouting, and you can see it. You can see the way they pitch us, the way they defend us. As we mentioned last year, it was Tampa Bay. Over the years, it's been Minnesota, who've always had the right numbers to put down to our hitters, the right positions to play them. That's why those guys are worth their weight in gold if you get a good one. Now, some managers don't like that. They don't even want to read reports.
You've got to have a pitching staff that can make it all work out, because it's one thing to say, okay, look, this guy did this last series. This is where you have to pitch him. And if you have a pitching staff that can execute, then your defenders are going to be in the right place more times than not. Minnesota has done a great job. They've just been a solid organization from top to bottom for a long time.
And a full count. Yeah, if your staff can't execute the pitching, you can take it to the trash can. Can they turn it? Rack them up. Second double play turn in as many innings, and we'll go to the 5th. 4-1 bad guys here in the top of the 5th inning. It's the top of the order. Ryan Roberts, who's been a thorn in our behind today, is 2 for 2, a double, a single, a stolen base, and a couple of runs scored. Take strike 1. Now it's 47 doubles.
.47 doubles, a switch hitter, and a guy who also steals bases. That's a pretty valuable guy.
Make it 3 for 3. He's a terrific offensive player and a pretty good second baseman.
He had a good play here today. I think Scott Posednik had a little chopper in the infield. And he can be a devastating offensive player. Really, the one way to handle this pretty decent Oriole lineup is just shut down Roberts.
First pitch strike. Robert Andino 0 for 2, a strikeout, and he got the job done after Roberts singled and stole second back in the 3rd inning with nobody out. He got him over. And the count 0-2.
Being a pretty good pitch to run. Mark Ryan Roberts, he's at least thinking about him by going over to first.
He goes.
That was the attempted running jump. That time Roberts picked off and picked off easily. Actually, the ball beat him there. Now, I don't know if Tremblay's saying that Mark Burley balked. He didn't balk. He might have been saying that the tag was high on his back with the hand back on the bat.
Tremblay out. He has to say, on a beautiful day here in the beautiful city.
Just wanted to be outside to enjoy it.
Sun, sure. And that pitch fouled away. Outfield, slightly to the right, huge gap out there in left center. "85 pitches." Mark has run up the home plate here in 4 1/4 innings.
It's a big number, especially when you're making each and every start. Has gone over the 170 inning mark.
Four, 8-2 for Baltimore. 1-2-0 for us. 2 base hits. There's a hurry, bare hand, nice play.
Terrific job by Gordon Beckham. He comes in realizing that Andino runs well. Bare hand, throw in same motion and get it there and get him by plenty.
Here's PA. Been to the plate one time, has a sacrifice fly. Came in for Adam Jones, had the lead because of a stiff mid back. And that's hit pretty well. It is 5-1.
Home run number 4 for PA. His second run batted in 2 at bats. He's got 17 this year. Scored home run replay. It's a fastball. It's right down the middle, and PA doesn't miss it.
Here's Markakis. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored. Little comebacker. And that'll do it with the home run by Felix PA. We're halfway home. Not good. And then, our Chuck, I want you to sit there and get focused. Runs.
Starting now.
Alexei, 0 for 1, hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Oh! 1-1 to count. And that's popped up. And Dino.
The first 25,000 fans in attendance at each home game will receive a New England coffee game card redeemable for $1.50 off a bag of New England coffee at participating local retailers. A new tradition comes to Chicago, family coffee roasters since 1916.
Here's Castro. 0 for 1, he went out to right field. Minnesota shutting out Kansas City 1-0, bottom of the 5th in KC.
Carl Pavano, who was acquired from Cleveland Indians.
Yes, it is.
Another interesting story out on the West Coast. John Smoltz, acquired by St. Louis, is going to start for them today. They take on San Diego in San Diego.
What a nice career he's had.
I think a Hall of Fame career when you look at what he's done in the postseason as a starter and as a closer.
That's into center field. PA. 2 down. He's a pretty good golfer, too.
Atlanta actually encouraged their pitchers to take their clubs on the road, keep their mind off a whole lot of different things, and they all played, especially Glavine, Maddox, and Smoltz played together most of the time.
I think it's a great thing
Yeah.
for starting pitchers and utility guys. Some managers, that's a manager's preference, and there are a lot of clubs, and there are not a lot, but a few that don't. If the manager's not a golfer, then you can forget about it most of the time.
I'm not sure how much Bobby plays with Atlanta. Might have played a little more before the knees and the hips went, but
Oh, Bobby, he's a mess.
but he still wears spikes. He wears spikes each and every day.
But, you know, back in '78, when general manager of the Red Sox called me up and said, "Look, I want you on the road. I want you to take Rice with you when you go play golf on the road." And Jim's an everyday player. As there's all four to Lily Bridge, who is now 0 for 1. He grounded out to third and walked. And here comes Pasednik. So we had a little conversation there. I said, fine, if that's what you want. So I told Jimmy, because Jimmy was always asking me to go play golf. Hey, and I wouldn't do it. He's an everyday player. So I said, okay, Jimmy, I'm going to let you do it under one condition. That as soon as the game's over the night before, you go home and go to bed. We'll get up early. We'll be one of the first off wherever we're going to play. And we will be back no later than 12 o'clock. If we get back later than that, we won't do it. And then after that, you have lunch, or you and I'll have some lunch, and then you can take a nap. So he agreed. And we played a lot on the road, almost every day, except on day games, obviously. That year, I think he had 146 RBIs, 40-something home runs, and won the MVP.
I remember that year very well, and I think only 50 or 60 of those RBIs came against me.
You were a significant part of his success.
You should have taken him out and hit him in the knee with a golf club when he came into Chicago.
My son did that. Casey. 3 of us were playing one day. Casey shanked one, hit him right in the knee.
Right?
Yeah.
Hit him hard enough for my liking.
You should have seen the ball. Had a big dent in it. He wasn't hurt. He didn't even hardly flinch. That's the year that Yankee fans wanted Guidry to win the MVP and the Cy Young. He was 25-3 in the regular season, 28-3 counting postseason.
Just a miraculous year for him. He had one of those back foot sliders that right-handers couldn't touch. Because he threw real hard. You'd look at it, before you know it, it would disappear low and in. If you hit it at all, you either fouled it at the foot or yanked it foul. He had great control with it. He was a thin guy.
Oh, he was almost what you would call diminutive. There goes Lillibridge, had a big jump. They were not going to throw him out right there. He's 4 for 5 in stolen bases.
Well, he doesn't know it's a foul ball yet. Mike DeMuro's telling him. They're not going to listen to the opposing players.
Oh, the first time I saw Gator in street clothes, I couldn't believe it. I was thinking, how in the world does he generate that kind of arm speed?
Infield hits. Scott does a real good job of just slapping the ball, especially to the left side of the infield, and then beating it out.
There he goes again. And he's sick.
The Orioles get a big break because that ball hit off, looked like Roberts might have gotten a piece of Lillibridge, but it caromed right to Andino. Otherwise, that ball's in left center field, and Lillibridge is standing at third. Oler doesn't have much on this throw, and he couldn't have gotten him anyway.
But he didn't have as good a jump on this one as he had on the previous attempt.
He looks back, and the ball caroms off him, right to Andino.
The ball hit hard. Pierre not going to get it. One hop into the seats. That would have been at least a triple. Meanwhile, we score one and it's 5-2 Baltimore.
RBI number 37 for Scott Vicente. Brings Rick Kranitz out from the dugout. This ball is right over the middle of the plate. And he crushes it. He's got pretty decent speed. He can't get anywhere close to it. The ball hops out of the ballpark. So when you're averaging less than 5 innings to start, this is the time when those ground balls turn into line drives, the line drives turn into fly balls and start leaving the park.
You are so correct. That it gives you that extra 30th of a second. And that's all it takes. Gordon is 1 for 2, a line drive single in the left field back in the third inning. Very quickly 0-2 the count with Alex Rios on deck.
Outs and runners in scoring position. Those are pretty big numbers for a veteran, let alone a guy who just was called up June 4th.
He did not. Sets it up, hunker down 15. Count 2-2. Tied 9-2 for the Orioles, 2-3-0 for our Sox. Here comes Scotty. A clutch. 2-out RBI single by Gordon Beckham, and now it's just a 2-run ball game. 5-3 Orioles.
RBI number 45 for Gordon Beckham as he drives it right by a diving Andino. And even though Birkin keeps the ball down, is supposed to be a bit of a slider, doesn't do much, and Gordon in these situations has been just really tough all year. And shorten things up a little bit as far as the lead goes.
Here's Alex, he's 0 for 2. He's had 2 tough at bats. Strike out and a 9-4 fielder's choice. He's had that big swing going for him today. He is much better off than he's short.
The bullpen up and going for Baltimore for the first time today.
Pretty good jump to go. Well, we've seen Moeller. He's got to make a quick release. Perfect throw to get somebody.
Mark Hendrickson throwing in the pen.
Got the catbird seat, 2-0. Hit a decent pitch on a 2-0 count. There it was, and he missed it.
Got that fastball on the inner portion. Working, who throws a lot of high fastballs. Threw one there.
That is wheelhouse.
He was lucky to get away with that.
2 out, and the 2-2 pitch. Get back out. It will.
Muller made a try. That one's got into the second row, and another life for Alex Rios.
Watch this one's going for.
Another one center cut.
Just sitting on the tee. So he's had 2 good ones to hit in this sequence. And another one. Arcakis, he's a good one. And that'll do it. But the Sox pick up a pair. We'll go to the 6th. It is 5-3 Orioles. Mark Burley working to Nolan Brimo, who is now 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Tuesday, Gordon Beckham and the Sox collide with Dustin Pedroia and the Carmines of Boston, followed by U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame live. White Sox, Red Sox battle in Beantown Tuesday night at 6 right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
10 hits off Mark Burley in 5+ innings.
Melvin Mora is 0 for 2.
I think the bullpen is going to start to work. Burley is going to deliver his 95th pitch, and on instructions from the dugout, Castro goes out to talk with Burley. Kill a little time, let that bullpen get loose.
Why not?
Hopefully it won't be needed quite this early. It looks like DJ Carrasco throwing in the pen.
Nice pick. Nice pick. Oh, man, what the double play that would have been. Wow. Great play right there by Beckham. Even better by Lillibridge.
Gordon Beckham has adjusted so well to third base that he keeps getting better every day. Now, he's unhappy with himself because he didn't make a good throw. But this ball is almost down the line, and he has no chance to set. Lillibridge picks it out of the dirt and falling down tries to get the relay. This is a pretty big effort. And they did a good job just getting one, let alone having a chance for two. Nice effort by Beckham.
But Beckham doesn't make the play. They're going to have the runners in second, third, nobody out.
Gordon's had a terrific defensive series.
Well, you said it earlier. Hit it right on the head. You can just see him going.
Never take his bat in the field with him. He had some struggles. But this is last night, and it was an outstanding defensive effort. That started the ball game. He made this play to his left, this play to his right. The big night for Gordon Beckham, and the Sox win.
Leaders can't get it, and the count 1-2. That's popped up. Paulie, come back. Of the O's dugout.
The wind's starting to freshen up a little bit, and it's going to take anything down the right field line and push it in the seats or in straightaway right field. It'll push it to the corner, and Mark Burley is at the century mark.
Count hangs at 1-2. Sox will board their charter after the game and head on over to Boston tomorrow night. Jose Contreras against Clay Buchholz. That game will be over WCIU Channel 26.
Contreras had a real good ball game last time out.
If he throws strikes, he's going to be fine. On Tuesday, Freddie Garcia against John Lester. Game. In fact, the remaining 3 games, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's the base hit by Weaver. We'll be right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Check out the probables. Wednesday, Floyd against Wakefield, and Thursday, Danks against Zawa.
Here comes Ozzie, and that's going to be it for Mark Burley. He'll leave with 2 on. And for some reason, Melvin Ward decides to head to third base. I'm not sure exactly why.
All right, Mark through 101 pitches departs, and we'll be back.
West Cellular Field, September 4th through the 7th, the White Sox staycation as the White Sox take on the Red Sox. Enjoy select concession items, including ballpark hot dogs, J&J soft pretzels, small fountain Pepsi products, and more, all for $1 each. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. DJ Carrasco comes into the game. He's done just a magnificent job. He's 4-1, ERA 3.65 on for the 40th time. He inherits Orioles at first and second. Only one out here in the top of the 6th inning. He's going to pitch his way out of trouble.
Ty Wigginton, 0 for 2. Fouls it back. Five, 11-2 for their guys. 3-4-0 for our guys. Into right field. Alex is there. 2 down. Well, we have a moment. Just on a big White Sox happy birthday to Anthony Vespo. Anthony Vespo, 9 years. Young today, big Sox fan. I mentioned Irene Mazza, her birthday today, and also a very dear friend of mine's birthday today. I'd like to say hello to Carl Yastrzemski.
Had a pretty fair career.
Last Triple Crown winner.
Astonishing. Astonishing in that there's been some great players in the game since the time that he hit for the Triple Crown. And there's been some people who've gotten close. They just haven't been able to do it.
I told Carl he's hit beautiful rings. Trying to Triple Crown. That's high. I said, where's mine? I hit behind you. That'll retire the side. Good job once again by Carrasco. It's still 5-3 Baltimore.
Time to bring you up to speed with the AT&T Rapid Rewind. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered.
All right, boys, we need 2 to tie as we get set to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tomey, Pinerco, and Quinn. Big Tim takes ball 1.
I don't think Dave Tremblay is going to be real patient with Burkett. He knows he's got a tough part of the order. He's got a pitcher that's not used to going deep into the game.
Well, I think you ask Tremblay. Take him going 2-5 with a 2-run lead. I think he'll say, oh, yeah.
ran him out for the 6th, and that could be problematic.
Well, you know the count. Don't help him out.
Again, Nicolio. That's a hard throwing right-hander.
He's a big guy. Full count.
Nicolio's a big guy with 10 strikeouts and 8 in the 3rd inning.
Well, from our vantage point, whenever you can see their heads down in the bullpen, he's a big guy.
He is a big guy.
He's 6'9". Maybe thought it was high.
I've gotten outguessed on what looked like a straight change. Gets rung up.
That's the second strikeout for Berkey. And here's Paul.
Right into the Sox dugout.
Paulie, 0 for 1. He hit a bullet down to Mora in the 1st inning. And then he walked in the 4th. And he pops this one up. Ryan making the call, has the ball for out number 2.
Get into the action this season with exclusive MasterCard offers on White Sox tickets and merchandise. Check out thewhitesox.com to see what's in store. MasterCard, the preferred card of the Chicago White Sox.
Here's Quentin, 1 for 2. Hard single in the left field. Hard single in the center field. Make it 2 for 3. And here comes the Orioles skipper. And that's going to be all. That's 101 pitches. Run up to home plate by Jason Berkey. So a pitching change, and we'll be back.
for a night out with friends. Provide first-class service while enjoying White Sox baseball. Reserve a diamond suite for a Sox game today by calling 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com for more details. And now our Lexus call to the pen. And it's a big right-hander, Cam McColio. On for the 7th time. He's again 8 in the 3rd innings, but the opposition has done very little with him. He can rush it up there.
Here's Alexa. He's 0 for 2. Twice he's grounded to short, once into a 6-4-3 double play.
Granite has McColio throwing from the extreme first base side of the mound.
And count 2-0. I hate it, guys.
What kind of perspective did it give you as far as the slider was concerned?
Well, it looked like they were just coming right at you. From the third base side, I loved it. Because it looked like almost like they were going away from it. 3-0 the count, especially a left-hander. And there's a strike. 5-11-2 for them. 3-5-0 for us. Right side sucked up by Roberts. And that'll do it. We're into the 7th. We trail it by 2. Tonight, a White Sox-Orioles recap plus reaction to last night's Bears preseason victory. Join Pat and Mark, the Sports Night, at 6:30 only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
A good time to retire Roberts, something that Mark Burley was unable to do, but he did pick him off first base one time. This is the dangerous side for Brian Roberts. This is the side where all of his power comes from.
3 for 3. 2 singles, a double. 1 stolen base, 1 pickoff. 2 runs scored. Takes first pitch strike.
Carrasco did a great job of getting out of that 6th inning. Saving Mark Burley and the Sox a couple more runs.
Nice curveball right there. A little soft. Semi-comebacker.
The first time today Brian Roberts is retired. That ball was biting all the way, and Roberts swung over the top of it.
DJ's got the second best curveball on their staff. There's a strike. Bandino. Gavin Floyd having the best.
He's got a great one. Because when his is right, lefties or righties, it doesn't matter. They still just don't get it.
Those pitch didn't get it.
I like the one he starts over the right-handed batter's box and the left-hand hitter. They give up on it because they see it out there. And it's biting so sharply, it just snaps over the corner. You got no chance with that pitch.
Well, you saw the best that I've ever seen it. We had him on our ball club in '83. Lamar Hoyt. Hoyt was incredible. Backdoor curveball to the left-handed hitter. And that's going to be in the first row. I've never seen to this day anybody who could grab a strike with it like he could anytime he wanted to, or strike you out on it.
And then he was traded for a guy that turned out to be a pretty good shortstop.
Yeah, pretty good manager.
Did Hoyt win 24 that year?
24, and Richard Dawson won 22.
Pretty good 1-2 combination for you.
Bannister, Red Burns. That's pretty good.
That was a great rotation.
Well, it was, and of course, everybody knew whoever won the playoffs between Baltimore and us was going to be the world champion. That's just the way it was. And everybody knew that if we won the fourth game and went to a fifth game, that we were going to win it because White was pitching. Tito Landry was all different.
And that was the Lend-Lease program with the St. Louis Cardinals. They lent Landry to Baltimore, and at the end of the season, they gave him back.
Britt Burns pitched best, one of the gutsiest games you ever want to see.
It was a 10th inning upper deck shot.
Upper deck shot. We get beat 1-0. You know, the thing is, Britt actually, a couple days prior to that start, really had trouble walking. His hips were giving him so much trouble. And he goes out there on bad hips and just absolutely magnificent.
I was a reporter for that series. That was just a wonderful pitched ball game.
Oh,
Burns had great stuff. You're looking at a 0-0 game from 9. And Tito Landry would have been maybe the last guy in that lineup that you thought about.
He was
hitting the ball out of the ballpark to win you the ball game.
2-1 the count to PA, who's been to the plate twice today as a sacrifice fly and a home run.
They didn't think he was going to play and actually wasn't in the starting lineup.
They may have found a secret.
It could very well be, because Adam Jones drove in a run. Then he came up with back spasms in the middle of his back. He left. They've had 3 runs out of the 3 spot in the batting room.
Two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the 7th inning. For our guys in the 7th will be Castro, Lillibridge, and back to the top of the order with Posednik, the scheduled hitters. Tries to backdoor him right there, and he missed. With the 2 pitches in '83, Lambert with a backdoor curveball to the left-handers, Richard Dotson. He gone. Had a fastball on the outside corner to the right-handers who could go for a strike anytime he wanted to. Meanwhile, 7th inning stretch, it's still 5-3 Baltimore.
For us today, Sox fans, please welcome Jen Porter.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
First pitch. Ramon Castro, who was 0 for 2 last time up, lined hard to center field. Taken for a ball. There's the strike. Outfield for the most part straight up. Count 1 and 2.
That was his best fastball this outing so far. 94 in a perfect spot. That line break throwing in the bullpen.
That's off the corner. We need some runs, boys. Need some talent. Need some points. That's a can of corn for the great man, Nick Markakis.
White Sox premium seating auctions are the best way to secure great locations like box seats behind the dugout and tables outside the Miller Lite Bullpen Sports Bar. Opening bids start as low as $55 a seat. Visit WhiteSox.com to place your bids today. Miller Lite Bullpen Sports Bar, home of the Bertucci boys. Looking on today.
Most definitely. First pitch strike to Lillibridge.
Get out in that vicinity and you will get fed. It'll be real good.
Tie 1-1.
The Orioles traded George Sherrill to the Dodgers. Sherrill has gone out to be a very good pitcher with Los Angeles. They've had some problems in their pen because everybody had to actually slot up, and it's become a little difficult for them.
Well, we've seen what can happen when you do that. We saw that last year.
Yeah.
It's a great thing for players. That's outside 2-2. It's a great thing. One of the greatest things a player can have is when he's driving to the ballpark that particular day to know exactly what he's going to be doing. If you're a platoon player, you know you're going to play. If you're in the bullpen, you know if he gets to the 6th, if that's your slot, you're going to be there. 7th, that's going to be your slot. You're going to be there. That's just a great thing. It gives you that peace of mind.
Most managers will tell the platoon players that this is going to be a day off for you, or this is a day you're going to play, and let them know ahead of time.
And then sometimes they don't play the next day. That's in the center field, PA. And that's out number 2. We had a manager here that would occasionally tell the guys, well, you're going to be in there tomorrow. Next day they weren't in there. One of them walked in one day and said, you told me I was going to be in there. The manager's response, well, we're trying to win the game today.
Oh, that's good.
That's real good.
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's going to help the ball club out a lot.
Happened more than a few times.
You'll get a lot from that player.
Yeah. There's the strike. Hydes. He's 1 for 3. RBI double. Run scored. And count 0-2. Colio coming right at him.
And the fastball continues to have a little more on it. Each successive hitter. You get a nice arm, and as you would expect, from 6'9", you get a pretty good angle.
That one at 94, and a 1-2-3 inning for the 6'9" right-hander. And we're into the 8th.
Scott Linebrink comes into the game for the 45th time. The record 3-5. The ERA 3.53. He's got to go right through the middle of the lineup. Markakis and Rimo having very good days.
Markakis 2 for 3 with a run scored. And another terrific job by DJ.
think one of the reasons why Ozzie got him out of there in an inning and 2/3 is that it's Boston coming up, no off days. I want to make sure that you still have him, because as first guy out of the pen, he's just been masterful this year.
Yeah. Real. And talking about DJs, very happy birthday to Aaron Jackson yesterday.
How many of those has he enjoyed?
39. 39 and hold. There's DJ. And then, of course, the man who invented the curve,
Ed Farmer.
softly hit. Boy, a lot of spinning. Boy, just cut right across that. They do a terrific job on the radio.
Good part about it is they do them all.
And deservedly so.
Continuity. That's
Yes.
where it's at.
Primol, 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer. I know when Fox does the games, on Saturdays. As I'm driving to and from the golf course, I'm listening.
Oh, of course.
And
Wouldn't expect anything less.
I am. Gas right there. He gone. 2 down. And I make sure I tell Fongo the next day, as I was driving to and from the golf course, I was listening.
You did a tremendous job. Keep it up.
Awesome. Here's Mora, 0 for 3. Pretty good fastball. He punched out my ball with.
Last time up, he was at 94 with his fastball.
That's the pitch he's got to get open.
Then he had some problems after getting the first 2 outs in an inning. This is a guy that we have to have pitching well.
Yep. He actually has gotten to the point it's critical for him to pitch well.
You have a couple of good outings and you start to get your confidence back.
We're let it play him. Watch out, Paulie.
I don't think he stepped on first base. I don't believe he stepped on first base, and that's why he had to go back to the bag. He might have been able to get to second, but stepping on first is a prerequisite. Bridge has some problems with this one, and Mora going down the line, steps right on the bag.
I'm just glad he didn't take Paulie's arm off.
I've seen a couple of guys wind up with broken forearms on similar plays where you reach into the runner.
Nice little snap. Wieters is retired. Nice inning right there for Scott Linebrick. And we'll go to the bottom. We've got 6 outs. We'll try to get this thing tied up. All right, three bad guys here in the bottom of the 8th. 6 outs. Stone Pony got to get a couple of runs off a new pitcher.
Eddie Baez comes into the game, and so we'll see now with Polio gone. That's a good thing. If Baez has good enough stuff, it's going to be the heart of the order to face him. As the Sox look for at least 2 and possibly 3. There you look at the numbers. Baez at one point was a devastating closer. Say 41 games for the Tampa Bay Rays a few years back, and then hurt his arm. Always used in the middle for Baltimore.
Gordon Beckham makes first pitch strike. Well, that was when he was that good closer. That was when he pitched at 95. Yes. That ball just really jumped out of his hand. Meanwhile, 0-2 the count. Rios on deck. And Tomey in the hole.
I think Beckham was unhappy with that call by Ron Culpa.
Well, he should have been.
I understand why he would be.
That is not a strike.
No, I think that Baez threw it to tail back over the outside part of the plate, but it just stayed there.
That's a strike, Ryan.
Right now, he's rushing up there at 94.
What was that Kenny Baez majored in college?
Call? Nope. I don't.
Like natural chemistry, something. I mean, really heavy. See if they have it. That's good. 2 down.
Pretty good fastball. That one looked like it had some sink on it. Right by Rio.
Physics.
I studied physics for 1 quarter. I had a D in it, and they asked me to leave. I didn't understand anything.
Tomey takes his strike.
I got to tell you, that's pretty tough. MIT was not calling.
And quickly, 2 strikes to Tomey. Come on, Big Jim. Start us off with 2 out right here.
That one bounced off Moeller again. He's had a tough day behind the
Yeah.
plate.
That one almost bounced into the stands.
Usually when you don't get a chance to play much. If you do get a chance, don't like these very much. Although you got a shin guard there, believe me, having caught a few years, it still hurts.
Ball hit hard right at Rimo. That's a hang woofing for Tomey. And we're into the 9th.
If you missed some of the action, go to On Demand from Comcast. You'll have access to Comcast Sportsnet White Sox games ready to watch on your schedule. Find out more, call 1-888-4BEST-TV. Tony Pena comes into the game. He's the 4th White Sox pitcher. Burley, Carrasco, Linebrick, and now Pena. On for the 55th time combined. As a member of the Sox, on for the 18th time.
Ty Wigington takes up an in. Well, we better figure out how to get this thing, hold them right here, and then score a couple, 3 in the bottom of the 9th.
This is a big one.
You gotta believe it. Everyone from now on. No insignificant games anymore. Detroit leading Oakland 1-0. That's in the bottom of the 2nd at the Coliseum.
After today, 38 left.
And that's popped up right side. Brent calling off Paulie.
Jim Johnson, and he's the closer. The new Oriole closer in this game.
You know, when you get in situations like this, at least with me it does, it makes me think back. You know, here we are 2.5 back coming into the day. And we're going to have 38 games left remaining. It just makes me think about how many games we threw away this year. How many games we just gift wrapped and handed right to them.
That happened a whole lot when you consider the defense and some base running lapses. But I think a lot of teams can look back on it if they don't make it and say, but for this or that aspect of it.
Down into the corner.
Chad Mulder
with a ringing double.
First hit of the day. I think, Hawk, good teams catch it. The rest of it, sometimes you have a good offensive day, sometimes a bad one, sometimes pitchers a little better than others, but good teams will catch the baseball.
You can't catch it, you can't win. It's just that simple. That's the number one thing, is they're going to put Roberts on. That's the number one thing. In baseball is defense, with pitching being the first line of defense. You've got to catch the baseball. We have not caught it very well. So Roberts, a double in the first, a single, and a stolen base, and a run scored in the 3rd. He also scored in the 1st. Another single in the 5th. Then he bounced back softly to Carrasco towards the first baseline. Now has been walked.
Now we'll see if they pinch hit for Andino. And if they do, the ball's going to be an Ozzie scored. As to what he's going to do is Randy Williams throws in the pin. Andino's 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts, and you would think Dave Tremblay would be looking for a bat. That could be Luke Scott, but we'll see. And that's who it is, Luke Scott.
Ready for PA, look.
Scott, 20 homers, 58 RBIs.
Castro going out to make sure that Randy Williams has a few more pitches as he goes out to talk with Pena. This is not one of those how are we going to do this type of conversations. Ron Culpa now going out. He wants to break it up. Ozzie so far has not stirred from his seat. Here he comes.
All right, Ozzie, that slow walk out. As Pena will depart, and we'll be back.
5 on for the 9th time. He's done a nice job out of the bullpen. He inherits Oriole runners at first and second. Only one out here in the top of the 9th inning. Sox trail by a pair. Williams has to face Luke Scott, who comes on to pinch hit. 1 for 4 with a run batted in as a pinch hitter.
Five, 12, and 2 for the Orioles. 3, 5, and 1 for our Sox here in the top of the 9th inning. Looking fastball, didn't get it.
Shadows starting to creep up across home plate. Visibility still very good right now.
Don't change this thing, man. Don't change the thing.
We got the 2 left-handers. Felix BA in the on-deck circle. He's been a problem today.
One and 2 the count to the 31-year-old veteran Luke Scott. Top of the 2nd, Los Angeles. Cubs leading the Dodgers 1-0. He's showing him the light. Put him away. Out, 2 on, and the 2-2 pitch.
Good stop by Castro. The ball could have gone to the screen. Ramon was able to shift to his left, pick it out of the dirt.
And the payoff pitch. He gone. Oh boy, Randy.
Oh, 2 to 3 and 2, and then the fastball in the unhittable spot.
So here's PA. Sacrifice fly, a homer, and a strikeout. Count to PA. Big pitch coming up. Always 1-1. Tight situation. Goes to Randy's favor. Ball and 2 strikes.
Nice catch over there in the LG Skyline Club seats. Went off the plexiglass over a fan's head, and he turned around, made the catch off the glass.
Nice. He gone. Gas at 95 from Randy Williams. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. We need 2 to tie. first of 4 for the Carmines from Fenway Park, and first of 4 against tough Boston Red Sox. Hit 3 with the Yankees, 3 with the Twins, and in that makeup game, if you can get tickets, fine. It'll be a 1:20 start on September 3rd from Wrigley Field, and that game will be right here on Comcast Plus.
Jim Johnson comes into the game for the 50th time. ERA 2.86. 21 hits, 56 2/3 innings. He's become the closer. He has 5 saves. Cesar Esturras has taken over defensively at shortstop.
Well, here's Polly. He's 0 for 4 lifetime off Johnson. Makes first pitch strike. Outfield straight up. To the gap, and nobody's going to get it. So Polly makes the turn. He'll pick up his 23rd double, but more importantly, we got a man aboard.
He's now 6th all-time, passing the skipper, Ozzie Guillen. 1,609 hits. Member of the Chicago White Sox. Pretty impressive total.
Well, here's Carlos. He's faced Johnson twice. He is 2 for 2 with a double. Breaking ball strike.
Come back in, boys. Mora is over toward the line and hugging the line at third.
One and one to count for Carlos.
And the outfield playing in no double set all the way around. They are very deep.
Pitch right there. Goes in Carlos' favor, so 2 balls and a strike. 32,742.
Kids stay at the ballpark. A lot of youngsters enjoying this one. Enjoyed a lot more with 3 runs here in the ninth.
Looking for it, got it. But it was in just a tad.
Let's say Ramirez in the on-deck circle.
And a full count.
That ball right by him and on his hands. Tried to get it in there earlier. Carlos was able to fight it off. Not that time. You can see the visibility isn't great right now, but that ball was sinking low and in. Just tied him up. Real good movement on a ball out of the zone. But it started out in the strike zone.
So here's Alexei at the plate. AJ has come out to hit for Castro. Jacks it up. He did not go. Johnson set. And there's a fastball strike. Mora was playing way back. And there's a base hit. Pauley's going to be held at third as Markakis gets it back in. So now the tying run's aboard. And here comes AJ.
And Alexei just took that ball through the right side. The tying runs on the bases with very good speed at first. An inside-out swing. Alexei takes it into right field. And AJ will have his opportunity as Nola goes to the mound. AJ 0 for 7 as a pinch hitter this year.
And Mark Kotsay comes out on deck to hit for Lillibridge. Here we go. AJ fires that one into the seats left side. Take right there. That evens the count at 1. The ball is striking out. Runners at the corners here at the bottom of the ninth. 5-3 Baltimore. Good rip, but underneath it.
Room on that right side. Wigginton holding Ramirez close. And Roberts playing AJ pretty much up the middle.
Say 12 for 16 in stolen bases. And a decent lead over there. Moore, constantly get on the same page.
And Mora wants to hear what they're talking about. Not going to change his defensive alignment at all. He's still got to play that line.
Broken bat with Torres. Gets AJ. Pauley scores. It's a 5-4 ball game now with Alexei at second. And here comes Kotsay. That was not a bad play at all by Torres with all the spin that ball had on.
I thought it was a terrific play because he came on. He realized he had some time. That wasn't the tough part. The tough part was that ball was spinning in the opposite direction as AJ cracked the bat. That took 2 different hops, changed direction twice, and Torres was able to stay with it. He's always been masterful with the glove. That was a real good play.
Well, here's Kotsay with Posednik on deck. Drops that one foul.
The numbers this year, but off the bench in the course of his career, Kotsay has been one of the best pinch hitters in baseball.
So 0-2 is that fastball at 96 from the 6'5" right-hander. For Baltimore. One and two. Stay on top of him.
Reimold has a very good arm in left field and is playing fairly shallow. Markakis a good arm in right field.
Ball game is over. So the Sox try to put a little rush on right here, come up a run short, but at least we got some good work out of that bullpen.
The bullpen was very good. Mark Burley didn't have his good stuff, but Carrasco, Linebrink, Pena, and Williams did a terrific job out of the pen. This is still a very disappointing loss and not the best way to kick off the toughest road trip